Hi there, Ditchfields live. Extreme total cost of living. House of Commons, UK 23.
Trying to help the Prime Minister and the leader. You're not being helpful. We will hear this question no matter how long it takes. Keir Starmer.
It is Wednesday, the 19th of April 2023.
This is 2030.
Order. Ms Stevenson, I've heard a few weeks. This is the last week. I suggest you quiet, or it's better you leave. Keir Starmer.
Mr Speaker, this is the Home Affairs Select Committee in 2013. They go on to say the work I did should provide a model to other agencies, and when he leaves the CPS, he will be missed. Now, that report was presented to Parliament by the then Home Secretary, future Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Member for Maidenhead. And the government, those pinches, noted and supported it. Now, it's obviously always a good look to have your work recognised, although they did lay it on a bit thick. So perhaps the Prime Minister spent less time trying to rewrite history and more time sorting out the mess he's made of criminal justice. Because the crisis in criminal justice is just a snapshot of public services collapsing under his watch. People can see it wherever they look. Our roads, our trains, the NHS, the asylum system, policing, mental health provision. The Tories have broken them all, and all they've got left is excuses and blame. Now, I know the Prime Minister talk about a maths lesson in the state of the country, but perhaps he could solve this equation. Why, after 13 years of a Tory government, are patients waiting longer than ever, criminals walking free, growth non-existent, and why, everywhere you look, does nothing seem to work at all?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I can't quite remember, but I think he started by talking about when he was DPP in 2013. And I'm actually glad he brought that up, because there was something else that happened when he was DPP in 2013, and that was when he got his own special law, Mr. Speaker. I've got it right here. It's the pensions increase. It's the pensions increase for Keir Starmer.
Order. Just a moment. Can I just say, order. I expect both sides to listen to the questions and the answers. Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, here it is. It's the pensions increase pension screen for Keir Starmer, QC, 2013. Now, while we're introducing a transformative policy to support doctors to cut the waiting list faster, he wants to raise taxes on public sector workers. And it's one law for him and tax rises for everyone else.
I don't believe you.
Don't let me double down on you. Please, Sally Ann Hall.
Mr. Speaker, recently I presented the Prime Minister's Point of Light Award to Joan Willett, nearly 177, for her fundraising for the British Heart Foundation. And two other Hastings and Rye residents, Anthony Kimber and Alistair Felly, were celebrated as community champions at number 10. Will the Prime Minister join me in thanking all our fantastic volunteers and community champions, not only in Hastings and Rye, but throughout the United Kingdom, and will he continue to bring them together in celebration?
Can I thank my honourable friend, and I'm absolutely delighted that Joan received her Points of Light Award, and volunteers and community champions like Joan and Anthony and Alistair all make important contributions to their local community, and we're all very grateful to them. In fact, every month, Mr. Speaker, millions do the same thing, and they deserve our praise. Their generosity is integral to what makes our country and our community special, and it's right that we do everything we can to celebrate them.
It is the SNP, Stephen Flynn.
Your party's finished, mate.
As I said,
in Scotland.
I really do want to try and help the Prime Minister. If you don't, I do. Stephen Flynn.
Mr. Speaker, to hear that they had an equally. I'm delighted to hear that they had an equally peaceful and relaxing Easter break as I did. Prime Minister, was it their refusal to stand alongside striking workers on the picket line, their acceptance of the economic damage being caused by Brexit, or perhaps their support for denying the people of Scotland the right to choose their own future, which led to the leader of the Scottish Conservative Party urging voters to back Labour?
Ooh, this is getting spicy.
What we're doing is not getting distracted by the things that are going on elsewhere, and we're focused on delivering for the people of Scotland. We're making sure that we fund public service as well.
You don't care about the Scottish people, all you care about is yourself.
We're making sure that we provide support with the cost of living. Now, I know, Mr. Speaker, at the moment, him and his party are focused on other matters. We're just gonna motor on with the job.
Mr. Speaker, let me be clear. We will take no lectures from a party which has not had a mandate to govern in Scotland since 1955. Who went through 3 prime ministers in the course of just a matter of months. Who crashed the economy, who sent mortgage rates soaring, who taken support away
Liz
from
Truss.
most in need. Now, a prime minister has been fined by the police not once but twice, who take donations from Russian-backed donors and who of course have stuffed the House of Lords with people like Baroness Mone. But Mr. Speaker, let's be clear, what we're talking about is the fact that the leader of the Scottish Conservatives believes that the people of Scotland should return Labour Party members of Parliament to this House rather than Scottish National Party members to this House. So isn't the message to the people of Scotland quite clear? Don't give the Tories what they want.
Mr. Speaker, actually, the Scottish Conservatives deserve enormous praise for forcing the SNP into abandoning their completely unworkable, fundamentally flawed deposit return scheme, Mr. Speaker. So it's good that the SNP U-turned and listened to the voices of the Scottish Conservatives and to business, and we look forward to working with them on delivering something that actually works to deliver for the people of Scotland. And that's just it, Mr. Speaker, because if they can't fix the mess that Nicola Sturgeon left their party in, how can they possibly fix the mess that she left Scotland in?
True.
Mr. Speaker, it seems clear that the junior doctors' strike is causing serious risk of loss of life,
Especially this coming bank holiday weekend.
To thousands of our constituents. The first line of Hippocratic Oath is first do no harm. When does the Prime Minister think the BMA abandoned this central tenet of their profession?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I thank my rival friend for his question. We value the work of junior doctors and are keen to find a fair and reasonable settlement which recognises...
What about the nurses? They're striking at the same time.
...context facing the UK.
All that teachers.
...the impact on patient safety, and that's why this government has brought forward minimum safety legislation to ensure that patients can rely on a core level of emergency service.
They're on strike, the emergency nurses as well.
That we on this side of the House support, but
thumbs down, guys.
By the party opposite.
He's a crooked guy.
Speaker, tooth decay is the #1 reason
Why is
children
some
over
departments are
4
getting a pay
end up
rise
in hospital?
and not everyone else is?
Regular dental checkups could prevent that, but too many parents can't get one for their child. In the East Riding of Yorkshire, there are now almost 3,000 people per NHS dentist. In places like Herefordshire and Norfolk, fewer than 2 in 5 children were seen by a dentist in the past year. This is a scandal, Mr. Speaker. So will the Prime Minister take up the Liberal Democrat plan to end this crisis and make sure people can get an NHS dentist when they need one?
Well, Mr. Speaker, the NHS recently reformed dentistry contracts, which will improve access for patients. Dentistry receives about £3 billion a year. There are around 500 more dentists delivering care in the NHS last year than the year before. He mentioned children. I'm pleased to say that almost 45% more children saw an NHS dentist in that year compared to the year before.
Anne-Marie Morris.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Prime Minister's question time on the 4th of February 2015, David Cameron said he was determined to do whatever it took to fix the Dorish railway line, the only route to the southwest. Phase 4 risks losing part of its agreed funding, while Phase 5 falls foul of a 10-year moratorium on new funding. The line is only as resilient as its weakest link. Will the Prime Minister commit to getting this resilience programme back on track and fully funded?
Very
Mr. Speaker,
interesting.
we're committed to improving the resilience of this iconic stretch of railway. It provides a vital link for people in the southwest. That's why today we've invested over £165 million in delivering solutions to protect the line, and I know Network Rail is continuing to develop the case for further investment, and my honourable friend will be keen to feed into that.
British Law.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this week my city of Dundee not only announced its flights will be connecting with Heathrow, but also the Scottish Government's commitment to Dundee being at the forefront of making Scotland a major world economy, both bringing investment, jobs and opportunity. However, the UK Government seems to have a problem with this. Mr. Speaker, Scotland's international engagement is to be reduced. Despite being paid for through Scotland's wealth and taxes, UK ambassadors and diplomats have been instructed to obstruct the Scottish Government's international engagement, with every foreign nation worldwide told not to deal with the Scottish Government directly. This, Mr. Speaker, has already been described as, and I quote, smacking of a parent trying and failing to control a teenager. So will the Prime Minister assure me and the businesses, wealth creators, and most importantly my constituents that want to see Dundee and Scotland prosper, that while Scotland's short time left in this unequal union remains, Scotland will neither be put back in a box or will be bending knee?
Very interesting.
Mr. Speaker, I'm actually pleased to say that we are supporting the communities of Dundee. They received £14 million in the Levelling Up Fund to support Green Transport Hub in the city centre. It's a demonstration of the UK Government wanting to invest in communities in Scotland and deliver for Scottish people.
So keep at it.
If you like this video, please hit thumbs up, subscribe, and shut and sign, gents. Might be happy. Politics. Wow, can you trust both of them? I don't know. Labour or Conservative. But it's up to you who you want to vote for this general local elections across the UK. But make your choice. I can't say anything. I'm not going to influence you. It's up to you if you want to vote, if you're interested in politics. If you like this video, please subscribe and sign, gents. Might be happy.